Hmm. Yep, this'll work. New couch, new review, sort of. This is Legacy United Ferak. And that name sure is something. And Ferak is apparently the correct pronunciation because Bob Budiansky was asked one time how to pronounce it, and he had to look at his own spelling, but Ferak, not Ferak, Ferak. But this guy is a slight retool of the absolutely excellent Kingdom Cyclonus figure. Or is he more of the toy style one? Luckily, it's the latter because this guy does not suffer from the former's shoulder issue. But he does suffer from his aging, the Cybertronian equivalent of aging, because they remolded the head, the chest slightly, and the wings. And it looks older. Like Cyclonus is very, I get it looks kind of youthful and cheeky, but this guy is just like, giving into the slow decay of time. But also, unfortunately, they've scrapped the light piping. Why? Like, sure, painted yellow eyes, alright, but you had amazing light piping on two of them. And this isn't the only other reuse of this body. I don't have either version of Metal Hawk. Maybe I will at some point, but this is the only other version of this I have currently that's not Cyclonus. And why would you scrap the light piping? Just bring him in for a little bit to see how much is remolded. It's in the head and the chest a little bit. And if I had a third hand, where's Doc Ock when you need him? I'd put... Oh, hold on. Let's see if we can do this without cutting. There you go. All of them in one shot. But we have to talk about Ferak himself. And he is a member of the Star Raiders, the new name for the Star Seekers, a group of space pirates. And you wouldn't really know that if you look straight at his box, because other than it saying it right there, nothing about this box says he's special or he's part of a unique Walmart subset of repaints. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? You decide. His gun, however, is kind of a bad thing because it's the same generic gun his mates came with, except it's lost either the cool dark gunmetal or the silver paint. And it's just a very generic version of this gun, which is unfortunate. However, he's a pirate, and I feel appropriate actually cutting off his hand. I know it's a leg, but oh yeah, I have another Star Raider in the other room. Freaking Mr. Thundertron. Thundertron. They look good together. They're supposed to. I don't think I'm going to get the leader class release of this guy with the two other figures. Although I don't know. If you guys want me to review that, let me know in the comments. Till then, probably not. But that looks good. Unique to this guy is this pair of pointy laser pistols. Now, my initial thought was, oh, they're taken right off of Siege Jetfire, because they give me a very Siege Jetfire vibe. But no, as far as I can tell, they're new sculpting unique to him. And he can hold them. Sure, if you want to give him that vibe. I like that they're remolded to be on opposite sides. They're not just the same gun, but packaged twice. They actually made an effort to sculpt them so they're different sides. Same sculpting, but just flipped. So I'll give him his hand back. Excuse me, Ferak, do you need a hand? But and they fit in his hand kind of loosely, with a bit looser than I expected, but you can give him that look to separate him from the Cyclone Eye. But they're more intended. Whoa! You get dropped by me. Go on his wings, which are completely brand new sculpting with these bits at the top and this little slot tab right there that lines up just like that. Then you plug both of them in, and it was this image that gave me massive Jetfire vibes. Looking at my Siege Jetfire, yeah, a lot of his stuff is just attached like that. And you know what? Let's cut off his hand again. I'm sorry, Ferak. You only get one hand because it's much more badass. And now he's lefty, but there you go. No QC issues. Oh, the only little thing is like there's a one of these ankles is this one is a tad looser than I prefer. It's not deal breaking. It's just like this forward joint is a tiny bit looser. But other than that, articulation's all the same. It's all great. Ball jointed neck and all that. I'm not going to go over it here. I recommend watching either my Cyclonus videos. But for old time's sake, we will cover the transformation. So that involves folding the other hand away. Suddenly, somehow, even after transforming one hand, I forget how it works. Fold out the wings. Make sure they tab in there. That. Pop off the gun again. You, sir, can go on later. Fold out that tiny flap. The same thing on the other side. Come on, what are you doing to me? Oh, there we go. It's already started to do it, but fold these. We're going to open the backpack. Open the chest. Open, yep. Rotate the middle bit with his head attached to it. And after you do that, open that section to reveal the nose cone. And why don't we fold down this tiny landing gear at the same time? Come back and tab them in after rotating this panel around. We will just leave these right where they are for now. Flip out the landing gear right around the shins. And then we're going to open the back panels, fold that piece out, fold the foot in, close it back up, do the same thing on the other side, and then make sure the legs are as sunken in as they can be, and then tab them together. And they will also tab in right there. And these side panels fold down, and the arms will tab in to the big lump in the back. And now we will tab this back in. This thing came loose. What the hell? So this jet mode is about as perfect as we've seen it twice before. That transformation is still really fun. Nice and smooth and fast. And we now have it in dull gray. Well, there's some darker gray as well. The nose cone is the biggest remold to make it look more like we've seen it in the comic books. Because this guy's predominantly been in the comic books. Like, I don't think he had a robot mode officially until he showed up in the last stand of the Wreckers. Like, that's how long they went with just this. Like, now you can't see it here because I've covered it up. I can't remember which arm it's on, but he does not have a Decepticon insignia. It's this one. He has a unique Star Raiders insignia, which looks really cool if I can hold it still. And with the two swords, that looks really cool. I might flash up a picture of it because it's in green while this one's in black. I love this jet mode. This jet mode still really looks cool. Despite the dull colors, I can't get over how awesome this jet mode is. And that's the main thing that made me want to get it. Oh, I almost said somebody else bought it for me. They did. Just not going to go further than that. One thing I don't think I noticed or in the review itself is those kind of side pieces on the nose, they kind of look like Batman. Just a tiny bit. Just maybe the pointed bits right up here look like the ears of his cowl. Now it's size comparison time again, and who else can we compare but Cyclonus? There you go. There you know. Let's do that better. There. Now you got a triple stack of Cycloni. Cyclonus and his Armada. Is that too obvious? But let's give you a comparison like that. And like that. I do like the guns on the wings. They give a new uniform visual aesthetic to this mode. They really add to it. They make it look really cool. The gun on the top, however, does not look quite as cool. So, if all you want is a new Cyclonus, maybe you didn't get a chance on the Kingdom ones, or you just like that one that much, this guy is definitely worth it. He's not my favorite. The colors are dull. The orange is nice, though. Like, it pops really hard against the grays. I wouldn't say this should be your only version of this mold. Those two are much cooler. Or even Metal Hawk. Either version of Metal Hawk. How do we live in a world where there are two mainline versions of Metal Hawk? One in toy colors and one in show colors. How did we even get here? How did we even get to Ferak? I don't know. Well, I do know. Because the only way we can get to Ferak is through Cyclonus. Whether it's back in timelines from the classics mold / universe, or in the modern day with this gorgeous version. I don't even know if there needs to be another Cyclonus. Could they even do like a masterpiece Cyclonus? Would it be any different than this, really? I don't know. But I want to see them at least give it a try. Oh, God. I'm going to have to buy more Star Raiders, aren't I? There's Cannonball, Lockdown. I'm not crazy on the Lockdown. Cannonball, maybe. Cannonball is like, I wasn't going to get this guy, honestly. I wasn't going to get any of the wave because they just didn't appeal to me super hard. But like having this guy in hand, he's kind of changed my mind a bit. It helps that I didn't have to pay for him. It almost feels like a prototype of Cyclones. You know, like a character can have like a dull gray prototype toy. That's what this guy is. Except he actually has a couple features to make him unique. Cannonball and that is it the purple and blue repaint of Air Razor? We shall see. We shall see. Until next time. If you thought I was going to go hold the video without doing a pirate gag,
Yar, this cameo just be a plug.